Stoicism and Law of Attraction Collection, a complete guide to empower your mindset and timeless wisdom to gain emotional resilience, confidence, and calmness. Written by Michael Pond. Narrated by John Palmer.
Introduction. What if I told you that you have control over the nature of your experiences? If you could influence whether they are positive or negative, this is the concept of the law of attraction that has its roots in the New Thought philosophy. The New Thought movement or higher thought is a spiritual movement developed in the United States during the 19th century, and is believed by many people that it comes from the unpublished works of Phineas Quimby, also in the 19th century. According to this movement, God, or the infinite intelligence, is everywhere, and the spirit is the totality of real things, as well as that the divine thought is a force for good. Sickness comes from the mind, and the appropriate thinking has a healing effect. William Jones, an American psychologist and philosopher, as well as the first educator to provide psychology courses in the United States, used the term New Thought as a name for the mind care movement, with the inclusion of many sects with different roots, such as Hinduism and idealism. In The Varieties of Religious Experience, he described the New Thought movement in the following way. For the sake of having a brief designation, I will give the title of the Mind Cure movement. There are various sects of this New Thought, to use another of the names by which it calls itself, but their agreements are so profound that their differences may be neglected for my present purpose, and I will treat the movement without apology as if it were a simple thing. It is an optimistic scheme of life, with both a speculative and a practical side. In its gradual development during the last quarter of a century, it has taken up into itself a number of contributory elements, and it must now be reckoned with as a genuine religious power. It has reached the stage, for example, when the demand for its literature is great enough for insincere stuff, mechanically produced for the market, to be to a certain extent supplied by publishers, a phenomenon never observed, I imagine, until a religion has got well past its earliest insecure beginnings. One of the doctrinal sources of mind cure is the Four Gospels. Another is Emersonianism, or New England Transcendentalism. Another is Berkeleyan idealism. Another is Spiritism, with its messages of law and progress and development. Another is the optimistic popular science evolutionism, of which I have recently spoken. And, finally, Hinduism has contributed a strain. But the most characteristic feature of the mind cure movement is an inspiration much more direct. The leaders in this faith have had an intuitive belief in the all-saving power of healthy-minded attitudes. As such, in the conquering efficacy of courage, hope, and trust, and a correlative contempt for doubt, fear, worry, and all nervously precautionary states of mind. Their belief has, in a general way, been corroborated by the practical experience of their disciples, and this experience forms today a mass imposing in amount. The main principles of the New Thought are: spirit is the ultimate reality. All disease originates from the mind. Infinite intelligence, or God, is omnipotent and omnipresent. True human selfhood is divine. Right thinking has a healing effect. Educational activities and publishing of new
Sample complete. Ready to continue?